what happens when you combine three elements. Extreme, metal, and hype. It's chaos.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Anarchy Arena Talkshow, and we are... Well, wait a second. Where are we? John?
I feel like I've slipped into an alternate dimension.
We are in a little bit of an alternate dimension. It's a two-man screen! It's a two-man
Yay!
screen! There's two of us! There's
Mutual
not three!
masturbation!
What? No.
Mutual... What?
No,
Oh.
that's not what's happening. It's just a
Damn.
two-man screen! Hey! That's right, it's just the two of us here tonight, guys. No big deal. I did up a two-man screen earlier today just to try my hand at it. Let me know what you think of it. This is just a first run. I will improve it, obviously. But we're going to give this a whirl and see how it goes on a two-man screen. So, in the only other spot available on the screen, my co-host tonight for the Anarchy Arena Talk Show is none other than John the Joker 13. John the Joker 13, how are you today, my friend?
I am fan-fucking-tastic. I'm glad to have as many people out here as we have already. It's just starting. I would like to, first off, apologize if I cough a lot during the show.
He would like to cough up along before he does anything else. While he does that, I'm gonna crack open a beer. It's gonna be one of those kind of shows.
Yeah, I am getting over a little bit of a sickness. When Hurricane Harvey came through, our little part of the fucking, that system came through, fucked every bit of my sinuses. Glad to have you here, Amaras. By the way, I'd like to welcome anybody from the Slut Pit that happens to be watching. And if you're not from the Slut Pit, you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure to check out Count Jacula. That's right, it's Count Jacula on Twitch. He made the switch from YouTube to Twitch. Make sure to give him a follow and show him that the Anarchy Arena does help other people out, especially when they help us out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Make sure all of you guys go check him out. And Amaros, thank you for joining us for the show tonight. And again, anyone else from that community, we certainly appreciate you popping in and checking out our little neck of the woods over here in the Anarchy Arena.
What are you, fucking Al Roker?
I am fucking Al Roker.
Okay,
Here's what's happening in your neck of the fucking woods. It's fucking raining. That's what. Actually, in this case, it's fucking flooding. That's what.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. A lot of people are dealing with that shit. We would like to extend our thoughts and, well wishes out to anyone that is in the Houston area, anywhere around where Harvey hit the hardest, and hopefully, please, that there is a fucking Joe Pesci in heaven that Irma doesn't fucking hit. We're thinking about you guys. Get the fuck out while you still have a chance. If you haven't already gotten out, if you can't, just find some way to get to a safe place, because this is the one that's coming after this. If it's going to hit the same place, it's going to be even worse. So please find some type of safe haven to get out of there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Harvey managed to make landfall once as a Cat 3, once as a tropical depression. Looks like Irma, if it hits, is going to hit as a Cat 5, which is something that the coastal United States hasn't seen in a long time. So if you're in one of the areas that could be affected, please do what you got to do. Get your ass to safety. If you can help out in any way, obviously those people would appreciate it. But the Anarchy Arena Talk Show is not a meteorology report, although that would be kind of interesting. Can you imagine the two of us doing the weather? What would that be like, John, if you and I did the weather? What would that be like?
It would be like a combination of basically like the hippy dippy weatherman mixed with like surly with Rick from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
hey, it's there's fucking weather.
Tonight's weather's dark. Like, you know, it's just like that's what our weather reports would be like. Like, fucking open a window. Why the fuck are you so damn lazy?
Right.
If it's raining, get an umbrella or don't. Be a fucking man. But we do have a lot of things to talk about tonight. Gamescom ended last week. We didn't do a talk show the week that it ended, but we are doing one now. We can talk a lot about that. We got a lot of entertainment news. This is going to be it might be a short show, but there's going to be a lot of information in it. So take notes. There is a quiz at the very end.
That's right. There always is a quiz, and I'm going to give you a hint. All of the answers are false.
God damn it!
All the answers. That way you can pass. No problem.
Why did you tell them that?
Because you know what, this show's about fun. That's why, man. That's why.
Fucking
But no, we do have some Gamescom coverage to go over. PAX West is going on right now, so unfortunately we don't have many, if any, details for you at the moment. We will have them on the next talk show, which will obviously not be next week, because next week is D&D over on John's channel. It'll be the following week when we'll come back and we'll come and do the talk show, and we will, of course, have all the information we possibly can about PAX West.
Right. Well, we can start off with the Gamescom stuff. Xbox One X pre-orders are now, and I fucking hate that name.
I know. Project Scorpio, it could have just stayed Project Scorpio, and I would have been happy. I thought that was a cool name. But yeah, the pre-orders are available now. They're $4.99 for the order. You can actually, I thought this was cool, there is a limited edition Project Scorpio version of the Xbox One X, which instead of having the X1X or Xbone 1X, whatever the fuck we're going to acronym it to.
XOXOXO.
Oh my god, it's every 90s kid from MySpace. That's what this Xbox is. Jesus. Uppercase X, lowercase x, uppercase X, lowercase x.
It's spelt in leet, you know?
Spelt in leet, yeah. But no, there is a limited edition Project Scorpio version, which instead of coming with the standard Microsoft logos, is just going to have a nice little embroidered Project Scorpio on the front and on the top in green, and it does come with a stand-up, so you can actually stand that version of the Xbone X up. No extra cost. If you happen to be one of the people that managed to get in the pre-orders quick enough to get them, good for you. I guarantee that one will look prettier than the standard Xbone X's. Still, the console itself looks like it's going to be a major player. We'll have to see what the PS5 is exactly going to be, because we know we've seen stuff over the past few months, but it's going to change the closer it gets to launch. So we'll have to see how much the PS5 is going to be a contender.
And also, you know, it being $500 fucking dollars. Like, I know for a lot of people that's a lot of fucking money, a lot of bones to throw down on a fucking console. And, you know, we had the Xbox One maybe 2 or 3 years, and now there's another one coming out. I honestly feel like, and this is just me saying honestly, the Xbox One X, we're just calling it Project Scorpio. Project Scorpio, kind of worth the $500 if you ask me. It's kind of like a mini computer, and if you don't have the time nor the effort nor the money to really put into a really good gaming PC, you can buy an Xbox One X and it actually be worth the money that you're paying.
Which is true to a certain extent, and with Microsoft doing a lot better on their cross-platform between Xbox and PC, it'll be a lot easier. I will say this, if you do the research, there are plenty of places where you can look up builds for quote-unquote console killers, PCs that range in that 4 to 550 range that can outperform a console.
Right.
You have to build it yourself, obviously. That's not something that you can buy off the shelf. Not that I'd ever recommend buying a PC off the shelf. They're just too easy to put together now, and you can get rid of all that bloatware bullshit. But if that's something you're interested in, there are console killer builds out there.
Right. It's not even that, though. 90% of the reason why I hate fucking buying pre-built or would never recommend buying a pre-built, the technology they have in there, already 2 years old.
Oh, yeah. It's already 2 years old. It's meant to be obsolete 2 years after that. And most of it's proprietary shit, so you can't swap stuff out like you can with a custom build.
Right. And, you know, like, don't go to fucking Electronics Express to get your gaming PCs. All we're fucking saying here at the Anarchy Arena.
Not that we know anybody that's done that or anything.
We know a few people. But to be honest with you, just don't do that. Just put the effort and love and care to building your own PC. Trust me, the Machine God would really appreciate it if you cared.
Yes, Robot Cthulhu will love you for forever.
Robo Cthulhu, yes. Oh god, that's terrifying.
That's more terrifying than regular Cthulhu.
So, like, you guys, it's obsolete. God damn it, you old bastard! Quit talking to us like that.
I'm about to say, you want to talk about obsolete, Pop? I mean, you got 20-something years on us, man. So, who's obsolete?
You should fade away and classify yourself as obsolete. Obsolete. Sorry.
Actually, no. At this point, he should classify himself as classic because everything he grew up listening to is now in classic rock. Soon it'll be oldie.
Try 30.
Try 30. I was being generous. Okay, you outed yourself there. Welcome, Old Metal Bear. Always glad to have you here in the chat with us this evening. But yeah, Xbox One X pre-orders. If you're interested, that is the thing that's out there. And yes, I know. And Amberus did it right there in chat. That's exactly what I was thinking. With the old leet speak and the X's everywhere, that's exactly what this console name makes me think of. The hardware is great. The name is shit.
Yes, and the X, little X sounds quite silly. It is quite silly. It's from the Department of Silly Names.
It is. Now, did you ever have one of those online handles that was like that, John?
No, I didn't, because I fucking thought that shit was stupid then.
Well, you didn't have peer pressure and a ridiculous high school around you, so I did. I did have an online handle that had X's in it like that.
I will say this: I did have I did use a little bit of leet in my name, and that was only because somebody else had my name. So I was like, "Fuck it, just put a 3 in," because my last name is Fields, so I put like a 3 instead of a fucking E for one of my handles online.
Now, that's not that bad though. It could be worse.
Oh, it could be way fucking worse. Like I could have like the shit I would see from that stuff. But Xbox really nice, good shit. Honestly, I feel like Microsoft learned from their mistake with the Xbox One and decided, okay, either we need to make a better console or we need to get better games. And they can't get better games because PlayStation has other better exclusives, so let's make a better console.
They are claiming that there's going to be 100 games available at launch between the new games and the games that are already getting immediately upscaled available for the Scorpio. So yes, it's not 100 new games. It's like 4, and then the rest of them are shit from the Xbox One era that get auto upscaled off the bat. Like they're already coded into the Scorpio to get upscaled off the bat.
Upscaled.
I know upscaled. Upscaled. It would be like calling this upscaled. It would be like calling either of us gentlemen. We should use the term extremely loosely.
Right. But Nintendo. By the way, fuck Nintendo.
Fuck Nintendo.
Because you don't have this on your list, but I want to talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Guess what fucking happened? What happened again? Who fucking called it? We talked about it the other week. I just want to talk about it fucking again. The SNES Classic, they can't fill the fucking orders, and they fucking canceled them.
Yep, they canceled the pre-orders on them. That's right, because they can't fill the demand. I don't know what Nintendo's thinking here. This is something so many people have wanted for years, and they're just like, we'll make 5. That'll be enough, right? 5, 6, that's enough. That's all they want. What up, Drummond? Glad to have you in here.
3 to the fucking Walmart in fucking Podunk, Tennessee. That'll be all right.
Right, there's only 3 hicks out there that'll want it. No, try like 3,000. We all want this. I mean, granted, I'm more holding out for the N64 Classic because that'll be fucking fun. I would pay serious money for that. Don't they usually pull shit like that? Yeah, they do. John could go on and on about the amiibos for like the 100th fucking time. It's the same thing. Nintendo doesn't get this. They're really good at making handhelds. Like, really fucking good, and that's what they should stick to.
Well, here's the problem. Nintendo is a Japanese-based video game company, and they haven't changed their fucking ideology in years. And they still think that Japan is where it's all fucking at. And they're kind of right, but they're also a little bit wrong in my opinion. They think that Japan is where it's all fucking at. And they think that America should just be like the little fucking redheaded stepchild that gets ignored in the fucking corner. And you beat him with a belt until he pisses in the corner.
Now, granted, that being said, take that with a grain of salt because in some cases we do deserve it. And that's a topic for later this evening.
But no, like, Nintendo is going to Nintendo no matter what.
Right.
And nobody's going to convince them otherwise because they're still making their fucking money off nostalgia. Case in fucking point, there is an SNES inspired 3DS coming out. Why?
I mean, if it's the skin for it, that's kind of cool. Why it's only coming out in Europe, I don't know. That's lame. I think that'd be cool to have an SNES inspired 3DS. It would look cool as shit. It would look retro while being new. I kind of like that idea. But the fact they're only launching it in Europe makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know whose thought process went through that one. Nintendo did have plenty to come out of Gamescom as well. Besides that, 13 new food-themed Luncheon Kingdoms items for Super Mario Odyssey. Rocket League for the Switch will contain battle cars based on Mario, Luigi, Samus, and Samus. 3 new games have been announced for the 3DSs. What does that say? Super Mario 3D, Luigi's Mansion 2, and Kirby Triple Deluxe.
Okay. God damn it, Nintendo. Luigi's Mansion 2? I'm like, fuck, do I really want a 3DS now? Because I love Luigi's Mansion 1, and now there's this, I'm almost fucking tempted. Like, but, okay. Food, fucking Luncheon Kingdom, alright, whatever. Do what you gotta do. Rocket League on Switch? Great. You know what else? You know what's not on Switch? Overwatch. And a lot of other games like it. Switch can't fucking handle it. So, take the good, take the bad, put them together. What do you have?
The facts of life.
No, you have really shitty Nintendo products.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Nintendo's also said that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon have pre-orders open. The reissues of Gold and Silver packages can now be pre-ordered, which I have a strange feeling in the pit of my stomach about the Pokemon franchise as far as Nintendo's handhelds are concerned.
You feel like they're about to get rid of them?
I think the handheld franchise is about to die because we're reissuing all of the old games under new names with updated graphics and whatnot for the new systems. We've just put out 2 versions of the same game. We just had Sun and Moon. Now we've got Ultra Sun and Moon. I mean, is it gonna Mega Digivolve and go to Mega Sun and Moon next? You like that reference?
No, it's gonna go to Champion mode.
Yeah,
first.
it's got to go Champion mode. Excuse me, sorry. But they've already announced the standalone Pokemon game for the Switch. So I'm wondering if they're going to switch it over to a console title, considering the Switch is half console and half portable.
Here's the problem with your idea. What sells Game Boys?
Pokemon.
There you go. Shake hands. We're done talking.
But here's the thing. I think the Game Boy dies. I think the Game Boy dies with this because the Switch is their handheld and their console shoved into one, and that's how they think they can get away with it.
No, that ain't happening. Nintendo makes too much fucking money off Game Boy. Like, they make too much money off Game Boy in order for them to just scrap the fucking idea completely. I love your conspiracy theories, don't get me wrong. They're fucking crazy. You're like Mulder and I'm like the Smoking Guns. Like,
yes.
Like the Lone Gunman. I love you because your ideas are even crazy to me. But
and that's saying something, people. Trust me.
Exactly. But they're not getting rid of fucking of mobile Pokemon. It sells their console. Why the fuck would you do that? I mean, that's what Nintendo's good at. Making one game that sells an entire fucking console. Case in point, the newest Legend of Zelda, which is pretty good.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild pretty much sold every Switch that they put out there.
Exactly. It's a $600 fucking game.
Yep.
Why?
Because Nintendo will always Nintendo. Exactly. Fire Emblem Warriors is coming to 3DS and Nintendo Switch in autumn. And it has a new trailer. Metroid Samus Returns got a brand new trailer that they showcased at Gamescom. I unfortunately was never much of a Nintendo guy growing up, other than having a Game Boy. I didn't have a Nintendo console, so I didn't play a whole lot of Metroid stuff. I did when I could, and I enjoyed it. So Metroid getting revamped for the new era. Okay, cool. Show me more.
And the fact that they're doing it on a 2D plane, like you didn't grow up with Nintendo consoles that much as a kid.
Right.
I did. Super Nintendo, like I had Super Metroid. That was my shit back in the day. So I really love the Metroid series. The fact that they're going back to a 2D perspective, awesome. I think they're also making a 3D perspective one as well. Fire Emblem Warriors coming out as well. Dude, like, that's the game that, like, nerds talked about, and being a nerd myself, I love Fire Emblem. Again, Nintendo kind of came out of Gamescom fucking swinging, and just fucking like line driving these fucking games out. And some of them weren't necessarily homers, but some of them really fucking were.
Well, with their two older brothers coming out swinging with next generation consoles, they had to have something to show up with. Microsoft knows Sony is ready and waiting and chomping at the bit to show everyone what the PS5 is going to be. They've come out with the Scorpio. Nintendo's like, well, we just did our system. Game. You get a game, and you get a game. Oops, sorry, we hit you in the head.
Well, Nintendo sells one thing that neither Microsoft nor Sony can fucking sell.
And what's that?
Your childhood.
Yep.
They will sell you your fucking nostalgia and make you pay $60 annually in order to go on that. I'm honest. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, sorry. I'm from fucking Tennessee. I'm a hick. I used to like Fire Emblem a lot. Their newest games have really irked me. Fates and Awakening specifically. Okay, see, I haven't played it since like, not the DS, but the Game Boy Advance. I haven't played it since then, so I don't know about the other games. I thought that one was really good. So if the newer ones suck, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Old Metal Barrett saying John is Knuckin' Futz. No, Knuckin' Futz is my uncle. Thank you very much.
We don't talk about him, and it's okay to be a hick. We know. Say it like you're proud of it, right? That's what you're thinking right now.
It's all right, big country.
As far as Sony's concerned, they had a couple things. The biggest thing that I saw after reading through the list was their conversations about Destiny 2, since Sony's doing a lot of backing with Bungie. I didn't play the beta because while I think Destiny 2 is going to be better than the original, I'm going to wait not for YouTube people to tell me it's good. I'm going to wait for people I personally know here in the real world to tell me it's worth the money, because as of right now, it's not. It's not. It's all peer-to-peer. There's no servers. It sounds like, from what I've heard from people who have played it, it's the same thing as Destiny 1, where you get to do the same mission, forwards, backwards, sideways, and diagonally with new objectives, because we couldn't fix that for some reason. No.
Well, I convened with the spirits, and I got the spirit of the Extreme Master. And
how many candles did you have to put out, and what color were they?
13, and they were black. And through my witching board, he gave me the information that Destiny 2 is really good, and it seems like it's been made for PC.
Now, yeah, I did see that. PC is getting some nice stuff out of it. It is coming stock out of the box, ready for HDR through PC, so that's nice. We're going to get really good resolutions on it. That'll be nice.
And I mean, like, honestly, Sony didn't say shit at Gamescom that was really interesting at all, which is strange, because you would think with fucking Microsoft being like, hey, we got a new console coming out, it's going to fucking kick everybody's ass. Sony should have said something like, so do we. Like,
right?
You know, they're not, like, actually coming out and saying anything, which should be terrifying for Microsoft. But I just kind of think Sony doesn't give a fuck, and they are just going to release their console when they release it.
Well, I think what Sony's realized is what a lot of us have realized over this last console generation is it used to be that Microsoft and Sony, when they made a console, marketed to the same people. Now they don't. And this isn't me taking sides in either direction. Sony, I think, is trying to market to the elitist, to the person who's willing to pay $700 for a console because you're getting fucking 4K all before everybody else. You're getting admittedly better exclusives. You're getting
I was about to say
you're getting a lot of things that the other services don't offer you. Whereas Microsoft, it seems to me at least, is saying no, we're staying on the side of gamers and trying to give them, as maybe not necessarily quality, but we are giving them quantity. Here we have all the library from the last 10 years worth of games you can play on our system. We're even going to up-convert them for you as best as we can. So you're not going to get the quality from us, but you're going to get the quantity, which, let's face it, a lot of gamers would go for that because, damn, you know, that game looks really pretty, but it's $80. But I can buy 7 games that I used to play over the last 15 years for $15 and be good to go for the next year.
Yeah, but the problem with that idea is Microsoft's games that they're going to release for excuse me, for backwards compatibility Who gives a shit? I can like Xbox at this point has the same games as fucking Sony does. Why the fuck would you want an Xbox? There is no fucking reason for it. You'd rather have a PlayStation 4. I personally would rather have a PlayStation 4 than an Xbox One ever again, because one, the Xbox One eats through data.
Oh God, does it ever?
And two, I think the exclusives on PS4 is what sells that console. Microsoft is the bro gamer. They don't give a shit about like the good story games like God of War or New Horizon or anything like that. What they actually care about is Madden and how many friends you can get in your fucking party and gonna fucking like beat your chest and chat Ata.
Right, or Call of Duty and how many people you can tell to suck your dick and that they're a fucking loser and you screwed their mom last night.
I mean, I get that too on PC, but it like. Okay, like there's no stopping it, but you don't have to deal with that as much on the Sony side or even like the PC side. You just hit a fucking button and shut them the hell up.
This is why I haven't heard the PUBG community in about 2 months.
Ooh, my God!
Yeah, I know.
Now that's a fucking experience.
Yeah, that's why I mute the lobby. I've muted the lobby for about the past 2 or 3 months now. I will not listen to it. It's rough, guys. If you get the game muted as soon as you get in, it's not worth listening to. It's just really not.
It's like fucking autistic screeching and racism.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But another thing that came out from Gamescom, and ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a John rant.
Oh, you're lucky that I managed to move the things over for the John rant, so fire at will, sir.
Bethesda Creation Club. You know that thing they said wasn't going to be paid mods? Guess what, fuckers? It's paid fucking mods. Not only that, they're paid underdeveloped mods. They're mods that are made by the community for free that they're down-resing in order to fucking sell you for Bethesda bucks, or whatever the fuck they call it. Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Like, why the fuck would you even go in this direction as a company? As a company like Bethesda, who really have a really good name in the gaming community, and have had that good name because they allow people to mod freely on their shit. They allow developers to do whatever the fuck they want so long as they make money. Now you're doing this shit, and the community is so fucking unbelievably angry about this shit, and I don't blame them that nobody wants to fucking use it. And every time Bethesda does some type of social media posting, guess what the comments are? I bet I'm gonna have to pay for that. Like, they even trolled their fan base by having fucking horse armor. That's not a fucking joke. We weren't laughing at that. We were angry about the fucking horse armor in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That shit pissed us off, especially the fact you made us pay $5 for it. Fuck you. Bethesda, you fucking tripped and fell, and I'm here to kick fucking dirt in your fucking face. But, anyways.
I'm over here to drink a beer while John goes on about that, because we know how he gets on his rants. I think he forgets to breathe on occasion. But it's okay. They're entertaining, and we love them.
I breathe through my ears and my eyes. That's how I get full anger.
I'm about to say, your ears are slightly covered right now. Before we continue, I need to take a second and thank everybody who has come into my streams this week. We had a donation incentive set up. We have unfortunately not reached it yet, which is why I, of course, still have the beard as of tonight. But we did get enough in. Thank you. So I was able to purchase some new headphones. I wanted to mention that right now because as I'm listening to John, my headphones are like crackling and like buzzing, and it makes me want to throw them against a fucking wall. I've had these things for like 6 years. It's amazing they've lasted this long. So I personally wanted to say thank you very much for helping me get a new pair of headphones to game with and to stream with. They should be here in the next week. And as per the request of the rest of the Anarchy Arena, I am going to leave the donation go up. And when it does get hit is when the beard shaving will commence. So that's still happening. Keep that in mind as you watch the streams over the course of the week. So let's see. Taking a minor break from the games here real quick. There's a couple other things we have to touch on as well. I want to talk about something in science here real quick. Since you had a rant, I'm going to have a rant now. Science! So, do you guys remember the last talk show we did where Old Metal Barrett and Mama Metal were here on the show because why? They came in town to come see the eclipse.
Because the Earth's flat.
Because the Earth is flat and the Hubble Space Telescope is a death ray. It's not the headphones, it's John's voice. Well, it's John's voice in the headphones, so you're not wrong.
It's extra raspy today, so screw you, old man.
Right. But no, they had come down to see the eclipse because we live in the track of it. So, of course, yeah, come visit, come see the eclipse. The eclipse itself was, John, for me, an amazing experience to see that.
It was trippy. To put it nicely. Like, it was like you're sitting outside, it's like fucking noon, and all of a sudden it gets really dark. And, like, it's not like dark as in...
It's like Twilight dark. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like you're crossing fucking planes. And I know there's a lot of religious ceremonies and shit like that go on during an eclipse like this. So I hope everyone had a good ceremony if they did. But holy shit, like, I'm looking around, like, I don't even look at the fucking eclipse when that shit was happening. I was looking around and just looking at all the darkness, all the shadows and shit like that. It was fucking eerie. Like, you could feel it in your fucking body, like, the change in your body from, like, experiencing that. It was really fucking cool.
It was really cool watching what was happening around you, watching the interaction of the sun and moon together. We didn't get to see it for too long, unfortunately. It was still really, really cool, but that's not the reason why I bring it up. I bring it up because apparently, mere minutes after the eclipse got finished, Google started getting some insane amounts of traffic. Like insane amounts of traffic. And Old Metal Bear is right. Yeah, it was about a 10-degree drop in temperature too, which was crazy. Which was nice considering it was the dead of August. It's fucking hot in Tennessee in the dead of August. We're like the fucking California desert this time of year, except with like 20,000 times more humidity. It fucking blows.
And not the legal weed either.
And not the legal weed to help survive it, exactly. But no, Google had a spike in traffic mere minutes after the eclipse, which carried over for a while. And John, if you had to guess, what would that spike in traffic be pertaining to?
Is the Earth flat?
Not that one, but you're close.
I assume it's dumb shits being like, are my eyes damaged?
That's exactly what it was. There was a spike in traffic on Google for questions about eye damage from staring at the eclipse. Your news stations and your radio stations and everybody who's not a dumbass has been telling you before the eclipse for weeks, nay, months. That's right, I use nay. I use nay.
Oh, shit. Sir, don't you... Oh, I wish... Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, we're getting props now. We're getting props out.
Sir, you stop that. You stop that, you beautiful brute.
Anyways. Seriously, you've been being told for weeks, if not months, wear the fucking glasses you can get on fucking Amazon. Okay? There's a reason for it. You can fuck up your eyes. Guess what? People fucked up their eyes. And hey, John, you know who the worst perpetrator of them all was? I know. I legitimately want you to guess who the worst perpetrator of the not wearing glasses phenomenon was.
Well, I saw that fucking, Lord Cheeto himself was the one looking straight into the fucking sun.
Not only was he looking straight into the sun during the eclipse, for those of you who don't know, that's our nickname for the current president of the United States. Not only was the president looking straight into the sun without the glasses, but he was pointing at it with a dumb look on his face, like, yeah, damn, that really did happen. Maybe I should listen. Maybe I should listen to NASA on occasion.
I'm surprised he didn't turn into a fucking lizard person.
You and me honestly, and about half the country.
Like, honestly, I thought that's what the eclipse was for, is to show Trump as a lizard person he is so we can rise up as one race to kill him.
That would make a great movie. Let's get on that. Starting tomorrow, we're going to start filming.
I'm going to start typing.
Yeah, working on a script. We're going to start filming it tomorrow. I'm going to go buy a Godzilla plushie, which is going to be Trump as a lizard. Godzilla plushie. But no, seriously. There's another eclipse coming in 2024, right? 2024?
Yeah, 7 years, so 2024.
Yeah. 2024 is the next eclipse. It's going to start in Texas and then go north and east after that. The closest we're going to get to it is the southern tip of Illinois. If you did not get a chance to see the eclipse this time around, if you have the opportunity and the means in 2024, go experience it for yourself. Go get somewhere right in the middle of the track where you can get a good 2-minute viewing of it. I'm not a religious person. It was a spiritual experience to watch it. It was fucking amazing.
Like, it's a spiritual experience, not in the sense of, like, you felt like a
presence.
deity. around you, but like you feel like you're having this collective like freak out. So that's kind of what I interpret spiritual experience. But like it's totally like you're sitting there like, oh my god, like we're tiny. That was my fucking thought. It's like the whole time I'm sitting there going, we're fucking ants in an anthill that is based on the land of the fucking universe.
Yep.
And we get to experience this.
Yep.
This is what the ant sees when the foot comes down.
Now, feeling that, can you imagine what the ancient peoples of the earth felt when these things happened? They probably thought their world was coming to an end.
Yeah, that's a lot of ancient cultures had religious ceremonies that were based on this, and you know, there's a lot of people that still practice them to this day. Because in a lot of neo-pagan beliefs, you know, eclipse is when we're kind of like on that ley line where our reality and the supernatural kind of are at its weakest and more blurry. So a lot of people do a lot of rituals. I actually looked into it a little bit. I saw there were a couple of rituals that people were doing. Everybody at least can agree that this big fucking thing it affects us as a species.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's really fucking cool to experience it. In 2024, I might go eclipse chasing. I'm not sure.
It would be worth it to see it again. I'm not even gonna lie. It'd definitely be worth it to go and see it again. So yeah, next time there's an eclipse, buy the fucking sunglasses, wear them. Make sure that they're not someone on Amazon ripping you off, because that's also a thing that happened when someone was selling fake ones on Amazon, and they had to issue refunds over it, because people are assholes. People are fucking assholes. That's the only reason that happened.
I really hope they were selling, like, the Back to the Future 3D glasses.
Right?
Like, and they were saying they were eclipse glasses. That's what my hope is, because, I believe that anybody that gets ripped off, like, that easily kind of fucking deserves it. But if people are legitimately trying to buy good shit, and you're selling something that's passable, that's shitty.
Right.
But if you rip them off by selling them complete and total garbage, fuck it. The Carney way is the Carney way. Like,
I'd have a tendency to agree with you there. I really would. So while we're having this nice little banter, let's talk about something that we don't get to do tomorrow, John. What don't we get to do tomorrow? What's tomorrow, John?
Well, we don't get to watch the next episode of Game of Thrones because
it won't be out for like a year and a half.
Yes, and it will be the series, the last season in the series, the next time it comes on. So, I hope everyone really liked it. I really liked this season. I thought I got nitpicky, but it's kind of like the way I treated Game of Thrones this season is the same way I treat wrestling. If I nitpick it to death, I'm gonna hate it. But if I sit back and go, it's just a TV show, I'm gonna love it. That's the reason why, like, with wrestling, I don't read dirt sheets. I don't give a fuck what dirt sheets say. I'd rather sit down and watch it. Though we do have a couple of dirt sheety things to talk about tonight in wrestling news.
True.
I thought the season was really fucking good. I thought the finality of the Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen storyline, we're finally getting that wrapped up. We're finally getting, like, all the loose ends tied somewhat nicely together. Again, there's some nitpicky shit that I can go on about that I'm just like, ugh, really?
There is, and you gotta hand it to the writers of this show, because this season, they're completely off from the books. George has given them an outline saying, this is what's going to happen, this is the end game, do what you will with it, I'll tell you if you're fucking up my shit too much. And he didn't tell them that, so obviously he was okay with the direction they went. Obviously, the pacing for this season had to get moved up. They have this season, these 7 episodes, and next season's 6 episodes before the story has to be done. So yes, the pacing had to get moved up, which means people traveling felt way, way too fast compared to the rest of the season.
Yeah, like, it was like, John's like, I'm gonna go down to, go see Danny.
I'm gonna go to Dragon's Head next episode. Holy shit, I'm already in Dragon's Head.
Next fucking scene, he's there. You're like, fucking, do we not remember?
He's got instant transmission. That's how. He's got instant transmission.
Do we not remember the asshole who's been rowing in a boat for 3 fucking seasons? Did we just forget about him? Oh, wait, no, he's back too, and now he's got a giant warhammer. Because season 7 has been fan-indulgent season.
Absolutely, it has.
Nobody major died, which I thought was a little
Well,
Okay, if you don't want to hear spoilers,
mute your Twitch right now.
mute your Twitch right now, and we'll give you like a thumbs up for when it's good to go again. If you actually don't want to hear when we're done, so make sure you're watching the stream. Okay.
All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. I'm glad fucking Littlefinger's dead. Good God, that could have happened so much sooner.
Look, like I said, I have a soft spot for people who like to manipulate others. I have a little bit of a soft spot for them, especially the way Baelish did it. Like, he always worked every angle except this last one. He didn't work every fucking angle in this one. He got outwitted by 2 girls.
The thing is I think he taught Sansa too well. I think is what happened, because he taught her to see enemies around every corner. And you know what? She finally saw one in the corner right behind her that's been there the whole time. And she played him so good. I was so proud of her. She played him so fucking good. It was beautiful.
But even I have to admit, that's the logical conclusion of that storyline. There's
Yes.
no way that Baelish is going to make it out alive. He's got too many enemies. I feel like Jaime should have fucking died. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't, to be honest. I was expecting him to, but I can understand story-wise why he didn't. Because now Cersei is an island. She is all by herself. Both of her brothers have turned their back on her and are probably about to fight against her. Jaime's going to go fight the White Walkers with everybody now, but by the end of it, he's probably going to see Jon and Dany's way of thinking and go, you know what? I mean, I always knew my sister was a crazy bitch, but now I kind of don't want that crazy bitch in charge anymore. She's literally going to be an island with the entire world coming against her once the White Walkers are dealt with. So it makes sense to have Jaime go, you know what? Fuck you, bitch, I'm out.
Speaking of the White Walkers, they have a dragon now. And, oh my god, is that dragon not awesome?
So 2 things about that dragon. I feel like it's faster. It's faster than its brothers that are alive.
It doesn't have to breathe, so it never gets tired.
Right. Second thing, I don't know about you, man, but blue fire versus red fire aerial dogfights are gonna be the shit next season.
Yeah, but you're like a fucking Pern fan, so this is like fucking porn for you.
Yeah, this is as close as I can get. Old Metal Barrett, thank you for the 5 bits. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is as close as I can get to my Dragon Riders of Pern is Game of Thrones dragons, because Warner Brothers is taking their sweet fucking time letting the girl write the script for these movies. I'm talking to you, Brothers of Warner. Talking to fucking you.
And as someone else, Warner Brothers, just cancel it. We don't need it.
I
hate fucking Pern, man.
I know. If you don't know what it is, you can ask me privately. But yeah, no. Blue fire versus red fire aerial dogfights are gonna be fucking epic next season.
It's gonna be G.I. Joe in a fantasy setting.
Pretty much, yeah. I think the Night King's got more tricks up his sleeve than just the javelin throw that he did. It's next season, not to mention they're saying every episode next season is going to be feature length. So you're talking hour and a half, hour and 45-minute episodes. It's going to be epic as shit. And the fact that we have to wait longer, I understand why, because, you know, they have to film in winter, because winter's finally here.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So they have to film in winter. So, yeah, that's why it's supposedly going to take longer. So it might be more like next fall or late next winter before we get it. So
right. We will now get the thumbs up. We're done talking about spoilers.
You're good to go, guys.
Let's talk about something I know you're triggered about. It makes me so fucking happy. What'd you think about Death Note? The live action film Death Note.
Oh, where to begin? It's
so delectable.
I'm gonna put up the trailer here while we're talking about it, guys. It's just gonna play here in the background. Let's start with the positives. Okay, the positive.
Fucking amazing as Ryuk.
Yes, Willem Dafoe made a great Ryuk. The voice intonation that he did for it was wonderful. The writing, the lines they gave him were shit, but that's not his fault.
I mean, he had a badass line.
He had a couple badass lines. Not many, but he had a couple.
If I write your name in that book, boy, my name's only 4 letters long, and the most anyone's ever gotten is 2.
Yep.
I was like...
That was cool. They did a really good job on the physical representation of Ryuk. There was a couple minor things that I was unhappy about, but overall, the physical representation of Ryuk was pretty fucking good.
Well, they got Willem Dafoe to do the physical part of it.
Well, but the costuming and everything, like the applied effects and everything like that, that looked really, really good to me. There was a few things I would have changed, but overall, not bad. And as far as the good things, that's it. That's fucking it. So before I start this rant, which isn't something I get to do very often, tonight I'm going to be sponsored by rum.
Rum, it does a body good. Or not, we don't know.
Alright, so, here's the bad. If you've ever watched the anime, or read the manga for Death Note, both of which I highly recommend, the anime is by far one of the best cat and mouse detective stories I have ever watched, period, bar none. It doesn't start that way, but it grows into that. And that's constantly there in the show, no matter what. And it is one of the most well-written cat and mouse stories I have ever seen. Just the interplay between Light and L and all of it, it's beautiful. And for those of you that don't know, Death Note, for basic synopsis, Japanese high school student finds a notebook, he writes people's names in it, they die. There are a few other rules that go with that notebook. This high school student has decided that, hey, Juicy, thanks for popping by. We appreciate it. That high school student has decided that he's going to use the Death Note to make a better world, to rid the world of all crime and criminals, and leave only people left that he finds just and worthy. And it's a story of his version of justice and the lead detective who's investigating his version of justice.
Wasn't he in college? Or was he in...
He started in high school. He started as a senior and then moved on to college. But yeah, that's the basic story. I feel like the guys who made the Americanized live action film, this is what I really think happened with the director, is that Netflix said, hey, we need someone to make a Death Note movie. Hey, I watched that like 10 years ago. I remember what that's about. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Hand me my shot. What do you mean it's empty? Fill it the fuck back up. What do you mean you don't have a shot glass? Just pour it in a red Solo cup. I'm fine. What do you mean you don't have a red Solo cup? The goddamn empty out a milk carton and fill it with alcohol and let me drink it, and then I'll write this Death Note thing, right? Death Note, that's what you guys wanted me to do, right? I feel like that's what happened.
The problem is,
horrible.
And Count Dracula said this. Love you. Count Dracula said this. It did not need to be an hour and a half movie. It needed to be 3 to 4 fucking hours.
It really did. What that should have been is it should have been a 3-part miniseries of 2 to 3 hours each. All right, Juicy, gotcha, bud. Yeah, it should have been a 3-part miniseries of 2 to 3 hours each, and to get the story right. If they had done at least that, okay. But here's the real problem: they pretty much lifted the name, the idea of the Death Note, and Ryuk, and that's it. Everything else is different. Light's last name is different. The story's completely fucking whitewashed. Misa isn't even named Misa, it's Mia. Light kills her for whatever fucking... Yeah, Light kills her. Light kills her.
What?
She figures out about him having the Death Note as opposed to things in the anime that happen, and I'm not going to spoil it for any of you that should go and watch it. You would have a better use of your time going outside in your backyard, taking a brand new cheese grater and rubbing it against your head for an hour and a half than watching this film. This gets so many downvotes from me, it's not even funny. This is a bastardization. This makes my heart cry out for the writers of the original story and how they haven't pulled out Uzis and gone and shot the motherfucker that wrote the script for this. It was horrible. And I only got through the first 30 minutes. I'd have someone at work tell me about the rest. That's how bad it is. It's horrible. They screwed this story up so badly. And the kid who plays Light, the acting is shit. His acting is shit. The acting from the dad, awesome. Oh, by the way, they killed off the mom and sister. They're not even in the movie at all. The sister's non-existent. The mom's dead for whatever fucking reason. Just mind-blowing the things that they chose to do I don't understand. It's horrible. Don't waste your fucking time. Don't.
So like on a scale of Dragon Ball Evolution to like, fuck, I don't know. They haven't made a really good live action anime film. Is it worse than Dragon Ball Evolution?
See, that's what this reminded me of, was Dragon Ball Evolution. I was like, God, I didn't think anything could be worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. Worse than Dragon Ball Evolution had one saving grace, and that was the beam battle between Goku and King Piccolo at the end of the movie. That made it worth watching if you happened to be on illicit substances at the time. I don't even think recreational pharmaceuticals could help this piece of shit movie.
Really?
Yes, it's that bad.
Wow. I mean, look, here's the thing. I will watch anything
but I won't watch that
with William Dafoe, because that man, while he may not be the world's greatest actor, he draws you in with his voice. The fact that he was going to play Ryuk, I was like, okay, this is going to be the saving grace of the film. I don't care that they're whitewashing it. Whatever, people get too fucking attached to characters as they fucking are. Until, like, I saw the rest of the fucking movie sucked. And that's what everyone says. I was like, damn, this is a lot like Suicide Squad for me. Because I didn't really watch Death Note or read Death Note. I liked the idea of it, and Ryuk was a really cool character. But I never really got into it. But to me, this is like Suicide Squad, where they fucked up my favorite character of all time. When they fucked up the Joker in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, in case any of you were wondering, the Joker is John's favorite character. If you had no clue from his name or anything else, it's the Joker. That's his favorite character, not anybody else.
There's a lot of others, but no, like, this is your fucking Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Like Suicide Squad's really good. I'm like, no, it fucking isn't. They got everything wrong. They got the entire relationship for Harley and Joker wrong. But you know who may not get Joker wrong?
You know who might not? That's right. This is a piece of news you brought to me real quick before we get into this. Billy, thank you for joining us tonight. Glad to see you were able to make it in here for a little bit. I know you've been super, super busy today. Never watched Death Note, but I watched the movie. It was okay from a guy that doesn't watch the show. Okay, I've heard that from people. Here's what I'll say. That movie has the Green Lantern effect. If you know nothing about the Green Lantern, then the Green Lantern movie was watchable. If you know even the shreddest bit of anything about the Green Lantern movie wasn't watchable. So yes, the fact that you've never watched the anime means that was probably watchable for you. Go watch the anime and then you'll go, oh God, why did I waste an hour and a half of my life? I need mental bleach. I need mental bleach. Oh God.
But there is a director who I think can take any really kind of idea. Well, there's one director that could do crime well, especially organized crime well. His name is
Michael Bay. Jon Favreau.
Shut up. His name is Martin Scorsese. He's the guy who's done Casino, Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, fucking every good mafia film you've probably ever seen, he's probably been a part of, minus The Godfathers. He's also done The Departed, and he's done a couple other movies like Shutter Island and stuff like that. He wants to do a Joker Origins film, and right now the frontrunner for the role of the Joker is not Jared Leto, which I'm fucking excited about. It is Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm sold. Give me this fucking movie. I need it. I fucking need it.
I agree with you that this is going to be an interesting idea, but which Joker origin story are we doing? Which one?
That's the fun part.
Does he have the opportunity to make one up completely from scratch and have it accepted as canon by DC fans?
Here's what I think they should do. Go with the Red Hood storyline and make that about the first 30 minutes of the film and have it conclude, okay? And then you cut to Leo Joker going, well, that's one way it could have happened. To be honest, I'm not too worried about that. What I'm worried about now is building my own empire. And you remember the scene I was talking about a couple of days ago? the world's greatest Joker entering the streets of Gotham City.
From the animated series where he's carrying around the umbrella and he's just kicking puppies and flying babies off the street and all kinds of shit.
Well, it's a mental scene I have. You have Joker walking through the streets of Gotham, because it's the Joker. He'll fucking do that. And have him with the backing soundtrack of Mr. Blue Sky by ELO. And, the whole fucking song being happy and peppy, but he's doing every evil fucking thing he could possibly do. Kicking puppies, killing fucking moms and taking their babies and putting the baby across the street into a car, causing a wreck. Because the Joker's an asshole and the Joker's fucking evil incarnate. You have to fucking establish that, but you also have to establish he's having a really fun time doing it. So, have him doing that shit while causing so much chaos in Gotham. And that will be my favorite scene of all time involving that character. That would be so good.
Yes, it would. So, to my question, though, do you think that Martin Scorsese has an opportunity here to make a completely brand new Joker origin from scratch and have it accepted by the DC fan base? Does he have that ability? Okay, as a writer and as a director, yes, he has that ability. But do you think that DC would accept that from him?
I don't know if they would expect that from him. If he does it, one, it's not going to fuck with canon. Because, as we know, being DC fans and comic book fans, Joker doesn't have an origin story. Because his origin story changes with the person he tells the origin story to. You can just make up your own shit if you want. How people have done it for years. The fucking Killing Joke was Alan Moore making shit up.
Right.
That is... Well, he was kind of making shit up. He kind of stole it from the original origin of the Joker, but that's beside the point. The Man Who Laughs is somebody making shit up. It's also considered one of the canon origins of the Joker. There's a lot of origins of the Joker. And if Scorsese wants to pin his own, awesome. 100% behind it. But if he wants to follow one of the other ones, I think he can actually fucking do it.
Old Metal Barrett fans will lose it if it doesn't fit what they think. I think the Joker is the one exception to this rule. Because of exactly what John's saying. There is no pin down, yes, this is the origin story for the Joker. It can only be this one.
Shit, in the fucking comics right now, the going theory is that there's 3 fucking Jokers.
Jesus Christ. 1 is bad enough. Why the fuck would you want 3?
If you think about it, it kind of makes sense. There's 3 different personalities of the Joker. There's the goofy bank robber.
The dark sadist.
Psychopath, and then there's the lover. The one that falls in love with Harley Quinn. So, it makes sense. I don't really like it, but it makes sense. And I agree with you, Billy. When they said Leo's the Joker, I was like, I don't know about that. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, every role he gets into, he does so fucking well with that, it blows my fucking mind. I didn't think he was going to be good as, the plantation owner and
Django. Oh, and man, he fucking killed it.
Right, he killed it. I didn't think he would be good in a cop drama. He fucking killed it in Departed. If you haven't seen The Departed, go fucking watch it. It's a really good fucking movie. I think it's one of Scorsese's best films. Leo can get into a fucking role and be interesting in that role. And the fact that he's worked with Scorsese before, there's not going to be any competition. He's going to tell Leo what the fuck he wants him to do, and Leo's going to do it, and it's going to be fucking movie magic.
Well, that's one hope. I mean, I think this is something we've all secretly wanted for a long time, but no one ever thought would happen, is a Joker solo standalone film.
Well, the thing is before, we would have never gotten a villain storyline, a comic book villain storyline movie, ever. Why? Because heroes sell action figures.
Yep.
It's Scorsese. Scorsese don't give a fuck about selling action figures.
He doesn't need the money. It's Martin Scorsese. He doesn't need the money that this movie's going to make. He's doing it just because he wants to.
Right. And that's the Scorsese we want. If I could have picked maybe a better director to do it, I would have loved to see a Stanley Kubrick Joker.
Yeah.
That would blow
like a la Clockwork Orange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
like a little bit of Clockwork Orange and maybe a little bit like from the fucking Shining, but we're never gonna see that because Kubrick's fucking dead, unfortunately. Scorsese would be the next one. But I would really, honestly, if Scorsese does well with this one and he gets other options, I want to see him do either Two-Face or a Black Mask film. Because Black Mask is a mafia guy. He is from a mafia family. I would love to see Martin Scorsese do the mafia storyline of fucking Batman. Because I think that's a storyline that has not been touched enough.
I would agree with you. Black Mask or getting a really good Harvey Dent Two-Face story. And I mean, really good. We've seen Harvey Dent and Two-Face in various iterations of Batman and the Joker and everything like that. But I think a really solid Harvey Dent Two-Face story where Batman's not the lead character, where Two-Face is the lead character. And even if they wanted to go into the third personality that the animated series brought up, you could do that one down. The third personality, the Judge, always interested me.
It's interesting, but it's not like I don't think it's interesting enough for an hour and a half film. I want a GCPD film. That's what I wanted Gotham to fucking be. I thought Gotham was going to be GCPD.
Gotham turned into Jim Gordon Year One.
It wasn't even like Jim Gordon Year One. It was like, look at all the villains we're pulling out. It's like,
right.
No, if you want to do a Gotham crime drama, do a Gotham crime drama because it works. How do we know it works? It works in the fucking comics. If you could just take the comics and use those as your storyboards for the fucking series, you could make money. GCPD would be a really fun fucking series to watch. You know, to see Gotham cops having to deal with, like, you wouldn't. The thing is, I wouldn't even have any big villains season one. I'd have him dealing with fuckers like the ventriloquist, the fucking Mad Hatter.
Maybe the original Red Hood.
Maybe the original Red Hood, maybe for a gag Condiment King, like
Calendar Man.
Calendar Man. Calendar Man would be interesting, especially they do the Arkham series Calendar Man.
Yes.
The fucking Hannibal Lecter, like fucking Calendar Man, just being like, oh, I remember that date. Like him remembering everything.
Yes,
See,
ladies and gentlemen, for the record, there is a DC villain named Calendar Man.
And he sucks unless he's done the way we're talking about. He sucks in every facet except for one, which is the Long Halloween. The Long Halloween basically does him like Hannibal Lecter, but he has a holiday fetish and not a want to eat people fetish. Or Condom Coat Hanger Man. Okay, hold on. You made a reference to something I don't even fucking know.
John, I don't think that's real. I don't think that's real.
It might be.
It is DC. Anything's possible. So, Scorsese doing the Joker, that should be really, really fucking interesting. I'm excited to see what that could possibly be. We are getting closer and closer to break time now, so I'm going to drop in a little music news here real quick. Just a little bit. I've got one little topic for you.
Music, news.
You know, I keep meaning to clip that so I could use that audio. I'm just going to have to record that. No, it's not an actual thing. Yeah, see, John, it's not an actual thing. That's a little telling of John the Joker that he wanted Condom Coat Hanger Man to be an actual thing.
There have been shitty Batman villains that could have possibly been.
He's all choked up, guys. He's all choked up. Look at him.
That could have been a thing.
Fair enough.
There was Kite Man. All right?
There was.
Don't spit on me because I thought Condom Coat Hanger Man was a person, all right? There's been Kite Man.
There was, what was the one you were telling me about the other night? The cocaine guy.
Oh, fucking Snowflame?
Snowflake.
No, Snowflame.
Oh, Snowflame. And what was his superpower, John?
The superpower is, upon the consumption of cocaine, he gets super strong, super speed, and pyrokinesis. Marvel, because we're fucking crazy.
Yep, there is an actual super character whose superpower is cocaine.
Because we were playing the game that nerds like to play, what kind of superpower would you like to have? And I like cocaine. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was showing the fucking listing for Snowflame. And I was like, cocaine. Fucking give me a pile of blow and I'm fucking Superman? I'm down.
Done. Actually, real quick before I touch on music news, John,
News.
there you go. I know I finished the Defenders. Have you finished it yet?
I have not. I'm sorry. Work and fucking streaming have gotten in the way of me enjoying my life.
Okay, but you're pretty far into it, I assume. What are your thoughts?
I'm already at the halfway point. I think it's fucking amazing. I think they did it okay. Here's my problem, and it's more of a me problem. I'm not saying it's bad direction, but it's a me problem. I'm really fucking tired of a group of heroes get together and, oh, well, why the hell should we work together? Well, why the hell fuck that noise. It's like the Batman versus Superman problem. When Doomsday fucking lands, they shouldn't be arguing about Martha. What they should be doing is they say Doomsday land, and they both look at each other and go, we don't like each other.
Yeah, let's go deal with this, though.
And we need to take it out now. And if you're a fucking hero, and I know I'm a fucking hero, let's go kill that. Because if we don't kill that, it's going to kill all of Metropolis trying to get to us. And then we can deal with this fucking problem. That's what heroes do. Now, they kind of do that in Defenders, and it's okay. But I'm really just tired of that fucking bitchy argument.
It's true. It happened at the beginning of Avengers. It happened in Bats vs. Soups, and now it's happened in Defenders. But I think the two credits you have to get, or the two characters you have to give credit to in that are Iron Fist, who's constantly like, no, why are you people bitching? This is an everybody problem. I'll do it on my own, but I don't want to. This is an everybody issue. And the other side of the spectrum, Jessica Jones, who's just like, I just want to go the fuck home, man. Screw this super shit.
Well, Jessica is just like, look, let's just get it the fuck over with, and then we don't have to talk to each other. Stop fighting. We just don't have to talk to each other if we get this done. And I would like to also reiterate a point, because it came back up. People bitching about the fact that Iron Fist is not Asian.
Oh my god.
Slash, you fucking SJWs. Danny Rand was never fucking Asian. He was always a redheaded fucking American. So get the fuck off your high horse. White people can know Kung Fu as well. Because a redhead that knows Kung Fu, and it was taught probably by people like Bruce Lee, isn't just fucking Iron Fist. It's also Chuck fucking Norris. And do you really want to fuck with him? That's all. Sorry.
I don't blame you. I've heard that argument constantly about Iron Fist being whitewashed. I'm like, are you a fucking moron? Like really?
It's the answer to that question, by the way.
I'm excited for you to finish Defenders because the as it gets closer and closer to the end, it gets better and better and better. It definitely sets up some things for everybody's second seasons. Speaking of which, Jessica Jones Season 2 has finally been confirmed. Kilgrave is coming back. Well, if not Kilgrave, at the very least, David Tennant is signed on for the second season. Don't know if it's going to be in a flashback sense or if he's going to come back to life as Purple Kilgrave. Punisher is filming right now, is set to come out at the beginning of next year. Luke Cage is already set for a second season. Daredevil's set for a third season. Iron Fist, we haven't heard confirmed yet. I'm assuming it's going to get a second season. As much as I hate to admit it, Iron Fist was definitely the weakest out of all the Marvel shows.
It was, but I also felt like they were trying to use that to build up the next, develop Defenders, because a lot of shit that happens in Iron Fist is a lot of shit that happens in
Defenders. Yeah. Amaris, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support.
We love having the slip. A member of the Slut Pit here. We really do appreciate that. But like, here's what I want to happen. And again, don't ruin anything for me. Here's what I want to happen.
Okay, I won't ruin anything.
Okay, I want the Defenders to be fighting the fucking hand. And they finally get down to the last big guy, and whether it be fucking Ripley as you know as the last one or not, I don't care. And then like they're talking about, okay, we're gonna bring her in, we're gonna arrest her, you're gonna face justice, and all of a sudden, pew, boom, goes right through the fucking window, brains go out the other fucking side. And you see Frank Castle taking the sniper rifle, putting it on his back, and walking away.
Look, I wish I could tell you that happens, but it doesn't.
Ah, damn!
If you remember, there was a teaser trailer that involved the Punisher. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, there's no Punisher. So don't get your hopes up, there's no Punisher.
Because that would be fucking hilarious. Like, all these guys spend so much time trying to take down this organization the right way, and Frank does it with one bullet.
Yep.
Like,
that would be exactly how Frank Castle works too. No, I can't wait for you to finish it because Defenders I think was really really well done. I'm excited for everyone to get their next seasons and to potentially get Defenders 2 in about a year and a half or 2 years. That'll be cool.
and also, like, Marvel Cinematic Universe, can we sit down? Sit down. Sit the fuck down. I know you're like doing this Avengers thing. It's gonna be really fucking big. We're really excited about it. Don't forget about the Defenders. Just one scene. That's all we're asking for. Like, you guys land,
and there's the Defenders just standing there ready. Yeah. Just give us that.
Just give us that. Like have, like, you know, the guys get surrounded and all of a sudden, like, Luke Cage comes in and fucking screws people up, and then they're like, we could really use you, and the Defenders go, we don't really get far from home.
We're worried about here and here only. Fuck you, Iron Man. Actually, I can see Jessica Jones literally giving the finger to Tony Stark.
Because you can get away with it.
Yep.
You can get away with one. That's all you can get away with, though. But yeah, you know, again, this is fantasy booking. As a wrestling fan, this is fantasy booking.
Right.
But goddamn, would that not be amazing?
Oh, it would be. It would be. It'd be so much fun. Okay, anyway, what we were going to get to a few minutes ago as we get ready to head into break here, one little piece of music news.
What? News.
Thank you, that's what I was waiting for. Yes, one piece of music news that was actually brought to me by one of our viewers, Fam Axel, a.k.a. Griffin, brought me this story just a few days ago. It just got broken on Blabbermouth and Loudwire and UTG. Breaking Benjamin has officially finished their 6th studio album, and their exact words, it's done, we've handed it over to the label, they'll release it whenever. We've done our part.
Oh my, okay, I like Breaking Benjamin, but, like, they're not my favorite, by any means. Coming out with the 6th album, and they're basically just be like, we fucking did it, label will put it out whenever. Like,
you and I both know that's how labels work nowadays, it's we do the album, we hand it to you, now you've got to go through legal shit X, legal shit Y, marketing shit X, marketing shit Y, then we've got to record a music video for the first 2 singles, so you can put the first one out right away, the second one the day after the album comes out, and then we got to start setting up a tour, and then and only then can we announce the release date of the album. That no one's going to buy, they're just going to stream it off of Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you'll have a couple of people who think, like, nah, I'm helping the person out, I'm actually gonna buy the album on vinyl and listen to it on my record player. Shut the fuck up, drink your artisanal coffee elsewhere. Us regular people have fucking streaming services for that shit exclusively.
By the way, everybody, for the record, when you buy an actual album at retail price, do you know how much money the artist gets off of it?
How much?
9.1 cents on the dollar.
You know how much money they get if you go to their concert? A lot fucking more. So
yep.
Go to the fucking concert.
That's how you can support artists that you like. Go see them live, because that's where they make their money now. 9.1 cents on the dollar. That's what they're getting if you go and buy an album.
Of course, if you don't want to give anyone 9.1 cents to the dollar of listening to their album because it's shitty, well, Taylor Swift has quite possibly released the worst album of 2017.
Why is that name coming up on this show on my channel? Why did you do that?
Because I just want to point out that Taylor Swift and fucking Katy Perry, the pop princesses of 2015 and 16.
I'm gonna go shoot myself now. I'll be back, guys.
Okay, bye. Both released really shitty albums. That makes me so happy. Pop is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Let pop live again.
God, we can only hope so. Old Metal Bear, yeah, I believe I heard that as well. The guy who wrote the original American Bandstand theme did pass away earlier this week. I can't remember the man's name, but I do think I heard something about that. Music news also, Mallard sent me a video earlier this week. A guy I follow on YouTube by the name of Rob Scallon put out a banjo cover of Psychosocial with Frog Leap Studios, Leo Morochi, however the hell you say his name. But they both do a lot of covers. Somehow, Corey Taylor has found out about Rob Scallon. Corey Taylor, the god of all hard rock and heavy metal, found out about him and reached out to him and said, dude, you're fucking talented. I'd love to be in one of your videos. You know what Corey got to do in a Rob Scallon video? Rob is sitting there jamming out to some Metallica. Corey Taylor walks into frame and goes, "Dude, just put down the fucking guitar. You fucking blow. What the fuck are you doing to my song, you fucking asshole?" And then walks out of frame. That's how Rob Scallon got to meet Corey Taylor.
I swear to God, Corey Taylor is like on this weird like spiritual journey to go visit everyone that's famous on the internet. Like
Right?
he recently got in touch with the Nostalgia Critic and did a video with him where basically he was part of a joke that's basically like calling him and saying, "Do you want to hang out?" And then he goes to this guy's video. Next we know he's going to be on either fucking E-Rock or Jared Dine's fucking video.
If he was on Jared Dines, I'd lose my shit. Jared's my boy.
Or like, fuck it, he's going to be the guest, special guest next week. I'm calling it right now. We're going to get Corey Taylor.
We're going to get Corey Taylor, guys. Help us hashtag that on Twitter. We want Corey Taylor, and then one of our channel's links.
God,
No, seriously. If Corey Taylor knocks on my door, I'm immediately turning on my rig and streaming it for all of you.
Yeah, I would too. I'd call out of work.
And then I can't come to work. Why? Corey Taylor's at my house. Bye.
Yeah, click. Like, there is no fucking ifs, ands, or buts at that point. It's just like, nope, he's here. I don't care. Click, click. I don't.
As you're hanging up the phone, you hear your boss go, "Corey fucking who?"
Bitch, what? Like, no, like, yes, I hope the fucking, as Amara said, I hope Pop is dying. Oh, it's gonna die. Please let it die. Let independence be the new fucking sound of music.
It probably will be. Just give it time. People are getting too smart for pop nowadays.
Please, Joe Pesci.
Dear Lord, Joe Pesci.
For those of you who don't know, I pray to Joe Pesci because that motherfucker gets shit done. That would be amazing. It would be fucking amazing to see Corey Taylor and his fucking son come up and hang out with us for a little bit. But I think that's all we have for the first half. Make sure to stick around. We're only going to be gone for, like, what, 5 minutes?
5 to 6 minutes. We're going to go and take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go into wrestling news, as we always do in the second half of the Anarchy Arena Talk Show. Starting off with some news from our own wrestling world, the AAWF, and moving into the real wrestling world. We've got a couple more topics we're going to do, and then we're going to finish off probably a little on the early side here this evening. But that is all right, folks. Remember, go ahead and stick here. We're not going anywhere. We will be right back. Give us about 5 or 6 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It is break time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once again here on the Anarchy Arena Talk Show, where we get into all of your hard-hitting, pixelated, and real-life wrestling news, brought to you by the two people who run the AAWF's Thursday Night Riots over on twitch.tv/JohnTheJoker13 on Thursday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, and this part of the Anarchy Arena Talk Show about the AAWF and all that is wrestling, brought to you by Body Armor, because it's delicious. Hashtag shameless plug. Hashtag just get me to be sponsored. Hashtag it might shut me up. Anyway, AAWF news coming at you first here in the wrestling segment of the Anarchy Arena Talk Show. We had one hell of an event this past week on Thursday Night Riots. Much chaos happened. Much things ensued. John the Joker 13.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We had one hell of a Thursday Night Riot. And Thursday Night Riot you can catch every week on my channel, John the Joker 13, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I can't do the math for you because I'm dumb if you don't live in Central Standard Time. But we had one hell of a match between the the corporation being represented by Ugboom, and being brought out to the ring by Mr. Barnes. But he faced Caleb Cassidy, and I feel like that match was a punishment match. But surprisingly, the punishment wasn't laid on Ugboom like many suspected it would be. Ugboom got the win, and he beat Caleb Cassidy, the natural disaster that is Caleb Cassidy. 1, 2, 3, right on the mat. And you got Barnes didn't really react the way I thought he was going to react to that. I felt like Barnes reacted a little bit disappointedly.
Yeah, it definitely seemed that way. We thought this was going to be a redemption thing for Ugboom going into everything, and yeah, it didn't quite turn out the way he planned.
No, it did not. And also, after that match, we had one hell of a triple threat match in the women's division between the Nightmare Donna Dallas, Misty Knight, and Jessie Love. And another big surprise, this week was all about the upsets and the comeback wins. Misty Knight getting the win over the women's champion, rolling her up in the ring 1, 2, 3, and the enigma of the AAWF somehow, some way, got the win and maybe putting herself into women's championship contention. Now, I know I didn't fully expect that, but how did you expect that match to go down, my commentating partner?
Definitely not the way that it ended. For Misty Knight to get the roll-up in the 1, 2, 3 was something nobody saw coming. Not anybody sitting in our pixelated stands, not the two of us sitting in our real-life chairs. Nobody saw that coming. It was a shock to the entire Anarchy Arena. Fallout will be ensuing as we lead up to our next pay-per-view event as to who is going to be the next women's champion. And of course, our former women's champion, the Lone Wolf, we have not heard hide nor hair of her since she's lost the belt.
That's right. She's been kind of a little bit of missing, I would say. I don't know quite where she is. I've been trying to get in touch with her. I cannot get a hold of her. It's like she almost fell off the grid for some reason. Once we get in touch with her, once we find her, we will have some news about the Lone Wolf, but you have to be watching Thursday Night Rides when we get that news. But one of the bigger stories of this week was the fact that Lance Logan calling out your boy Tony Barrett.
That's right, he did. Lance Logan calls out Tony Barrett, who trying to go after that title. Lance Logan, of course, was in the main event of the evening versus the Dork King, but it never happened because as Lance Logan was coming down to the ring, the Punk icon got bashed from behind with a baseball bat by none other than Tony Barrett.
That's right. And did Tony win his match that night?
Tony did not, unfortunately. Tony going up against Franco Marcella, the man he's never been able to beat and still can't beat. Franco Marcella got the better of Tony Barrett, the current reigning AAWF World Heavyweight Champion.
So do you think maybe Lance has got a point? Or maybe even Franco's now in contention of the championship? That may be a thing we need to look into, my friend.
It may be entirely possible. Absolutely. I think Franco's pushing to get back in the picture after being out for so long. He's got to show me a little bit more before Tony Barrett and I decide to sign a contract with a match involving Franco Marcella.
That's fine. That's fine. If you want to keep ducking him, that's up to you, buddy. But as we also know, that's not the only male champion we have here in the AWF. We also have our Twitch.tv champion. Right now, that championship being held by Gabriel Igneous himself. And Gabriel's proven himself to be a fighting champion, getting the win over Cletus J. Johnson Jr. That's right, one of our resident rednecks, one half of the dudes with attitude. He somehow, some way, beat Cletus, and I'm talking about beat him clean.
Beat him clean, beat him soundly. Gabriel came out of the gate swinging on that one, proving that he is a fighting and worthy champion of that beautiful purple belt.
Well, I will let you guys know a little bit of a breaking news scoop here for you. Next week, he will be defending that title, but he's gonna defend it against, well, whoever answers the challenge. It's gonna be an open challenge for the Twitch Championship. Boy, oh boy, that's gonna be one hell of a match.
Absolutely. Whoever walks in down to the ring has got to face the current reigning AAWF Twitch.tv champion, Gabriel Igneous. Only chaos can ensue.
And chaos will ensue, especially in Thursday Night Riots. Now, that may be all of that what happened this week on Thursday Night Riots, but that's not everything that happened on Thursday Night Riots. Just give me a moment to plug myself. I, John the Joker 13, have made characters based on subs and other people that are part of the Anarchy Arena. If you would like to be part of AAWF, it's very simple. It's very easy. All you have to do is subscribe to me on Twitch. You can do it either with $5, which actually at the moment, since it is September, you could do that for half the usual cost, and we still get the full amount that we're supposed to get. But you can do it for half the cost, $2.50, in order to sub for this month only. So if you haven't subbed to someone that you kind of want to, make sure to sub to someone this month because it's half off. Like, yeah, you know, us, we're good. We're nice people.
We try really hard.
But yes,
we definitely don't stream 6 days a week.
No, we don't. Just we try.
John doesn't hack up a lung 6 days a week, you know.
Sorry. Again, just trying to get over a fucking cold, and it's been, you know, maybe a day since it started. But on that note, let's get into real wrestling news. The old news that makes you wonder why the fuck you watch wrestling.
Yep.
We got one really good story and one kind of what the fuck, why is this person still in the business story.
The one really good story being, we found out last week that the Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair, had been hospitalized for a variety of issues. Rick is now out of the hospital. He is up and about. He is going through physical therapy. Rick is fine.
Yep, and he's styling and profiling. He's wheeling and dealing, kiss stealing. Still, and he released.
He released on his own recognizance. He is in physical therapy and rehab right now. It was I think we saw it was abdominal gut issues. There was a minor heart issue that went into it. Nothing major. It's not like Rick's gonna leave us anytime soon. As old and as crazy as that bastard is, he's still kicking somehow.
I think his body just isn't knowing to fucking retire like he didn't.
Pretty much.
But Rick did release a Twitter video. Make sure if to check that out. It's hilarious. This guy's cutting a promo on fucking death. It's the best shit I saw today. It made me laugh. That's the reason why I love fucking Ric Flair. Hell of a fucking dude. Give him as much shit as you want. Steroids. He didn't really do that much. He did a little bit of steroids back in the 80s, but he didn't do them as much as like fucking Hulk Hogan or anything like that.
Right.
His problem was cocaine and fucking booze. That was his deal.
Booze and ladies, that was his real vices.
Yes. Booze and getting married multiple fucking times. I think he's gotten married every time he's won a fucking championship. That's how many fucking marriages he's had.
Right?
Like, but no, he's a really fucking good dude. I'm glad that Ric Flair is still with us. Who I'm not glad is still with us is a certain female wrestler who goes by the name of Sexy Star. If any of you watch Lucha Underground, which by the way, good show for the first couple of seasons, you know who Sexy Star is. She's a lucha wrestler based out of, I think, either she's based out of Mexico or Peru. I'm not 100% sure. But in the show, she's built as this like fucking wrestling icon. Not the fucking case. And also, a piece of shit human being. Now, Chris, you may be asking yourself, why am I saying that she's a piece of shit human being?
John, why is she a piece of shit human being?
Because she went in the middle of a match with a random person and decided to shoot on them when she had them in an armbar and dislocated Rosemary. And for those of you that watch TNA or Impact or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know who Rosemary is. Dislocated her entire fucking arm. And nobody knows why she fucking did it.
Just came out in the middle of everything, did it, and walked out.
She basically, they were having a match, and apparently they started potatoing each other for a little bit. And then at the end of the match, when Sexy Star's hitting her fucking finisher, which is part of an arm bar, she dislocated her fucking arm.
Jesus.
And when they tried to get her off of it, she would not let go. So, Sexy Star, I usually don't say this about a lot of people here in wrestling. I think everybody has a place. Bitch, you need to leave. You're not part of the wrestling family. I hope you never get booked again, especially after you do dumb shit like this. And matter of fact, that's what Cody Rhodes himself said. And if Cody Rhodes is saying you shouldn't get fucking booked, you don't get fucking booked.
Right.
Ever.
Really, and props to Cody, by the way. He is still continuing to rise and rise after leaving WWE, so props to him. They'll be calling him back within 2 years, begging to have him back.
And if he's smart, he won't answer the fucking phone.
Yep.
But no. Like, this is the shit that drives me fucking crazy about wrestling. Like, everyone knows it's a work. It's, these guys are working together to try to not actually fucking hurt each other. And you don't actually go into a match trying to hurt the other person. And then you have dumb shits like this fucking bitch deciding she wants to actually hurt someone because she's got a little bit of heat with them in the back rooms. She's got a little bit of heat with them in the locker rooms. Screw you. That you don't get to fucking be part of the fucking fun anymore. Go the fuck home. Don't call back. We will call you if we need you. But we won't. So you just stay the fuck home and don't ever do this shit again. I'm if she ever gets booked again, I will not watch the Fed that fucking books her. I will not.
Yeah, that's just uncalled for horse shit that amateurs pull. Right.
Like, it's different when Seth Rollins accidentally fucking hurt someone because he's done it. It's a completely twice. It's a completely different story when you go in there and actively try to hurt someone. Like, in this day and age, that shit don't fly anymore.
No.
Like, you could get away with that shit back in the outlaw days in the 70s and 80s, but today, sorry, bro. You don't get to play anymore.
How's the term go? You'll be future endeavored. We wish you well in all of your future endeavors, but so you won't have any.
Yeah, so long as it's not fucking wrestling because you don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, dislocation hurts, so that's bullshit. Yeah, absolutely it is.
And the fact that wrestling's a contract. When you're in a wrestling ring with somebody else, your contract, it's a social contract of I'll be a professional, you be a professional, whether we like each other or not, because we're trying to fucking make money. When you do shit like that, nobody can trust you anymore. Because what's going to stop you from doing that to the next person?
Exactly.
Fuck that noise. Never come back to this fucking business. I hope you fucking lose every bit of money you've ever made.
Yeah, completely uncalled for horse shit. That's pretty much all we've got as far as wrestling news goes. Hasn't been that major a week. The only other thing I will say is that apparently on Monday Night Raw, John Cena spit some serious fire onto Roman Reigns in a promo, and what apparently turned into a bit of a shoot promo. So if you have a second, go check it out on YouTube.
He basically the same shooting he did against Baron Corbin in the middle of the match. Basically being like, you hear what they're chanting? They're not chanting for you, they're chanting for me. Whether they're saying I suck or they're saying I'm awesome, they're cheering for me. They're here for me, not you. And that's the reason why I'm 100% like, John Cena not giving a fuck anymore is my favorite John Cena.
Yep. It probably also means it's the John Cena that's fixing to leave here in the next few years, but you know what? Still my favorite John Cena.
Yeah, he's still my favorite John Cena, because he's just like, no, I'm the show, not you. Like,
the way someone described it to me was John Cena reminded everybody just why he got a doctorate in Thugonomics. Right?
Oh man, I have to fucking look that up now, because I've been a little shit and not watching, the primetime wrestling. I've been watching NXT, which is actually really fucking good.
Well, NXT is always good, so.
Well, it's been extra good lately, especially with the fact that Adam Cole, baby, is part of NXT now, along with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. So,
a couple of ROH darlings finally making their way over to the big leagues, as it were. So, props on them for making it on up.
Oh my god, sorry, so much fucking coughing tonight. I apologize. It's really hot up here.
Shit happens. But we're going to go ahead and move right along now because it's about all we've got from the wrestling world. We've only got a few more things to hit, so like I said earlier, probably will be an earlier show. Segment we haven't had to do on this show in a good while. It's finally returning. hopefully for 1 week and 1 week only. It's phone news.
It's phone news! Yay!
And once again, it is Samsung. So if all of you know, the new generation of Samsungs are out. The S8, S8 Plus, and the Note 8. The Note 8 dropping next week, I believe. Been doing my research on it. Plenty of reviews on both ends. If you're planning on getting a Note 8, don't. Not because
Okay.
not because it's gonna blow up, because this one's not supposed to blow up. We hope.
I was about to say,
We hope.
if not, we got many more weeks of the news to go through. Like,
Right? But no, from looking at the statistics between the two devices, not only is the S8 or even the S8 Plus cheaper than the Note 8, it's got 500 more milliamps of battery life to it, because it doesn't have to house the S Pen like the Note does. It looks like it's running slightly less RAM, but it's got a comparable processor to the Note, so it's got the same computing power, and so it doesn't quite need as much RAM as the Note would. And it's about $250 cheaper than the Note is. The Note is almost $1,000 phone. The Note 8 is like a $950, $970 phone, which is fucking ridiculous.
yeah, like stupid ridiculous. Why?
I mean, I know most of us basically pay it on a plan. You know, you sign your 2-year contract or your 2-year renewal contract, and you pay it off over the life of that 2 years. But even still, that's ridiculous. Personally, when I have to go and get an upgrade, which thankfully my trusty little S6 is still working just fine. So until it's not, I'm going to stick with it. Plus, it saves me a couple bucks a month. But I will personally probably go with the S8 Plus because it's slightly bigger than what I've got now. It's got removable storage again, thank God, as well as a bunch of other features that Samsung's brought to the table. So yeah, if you are considering optioning in on the Note 8, save yourself the $250. Go get yourself an S8 Plus. You'll be much happier.
Right. Like, look, great, it's fine, fucking dandy. Paying $1,000 for a fucking phone is retarded. In every sense of the fucking word, retarded. Why, like unless the Note 8 takes literal notes for me and plans my shit and buys my groceries and delivers them to me, why would I spend that much on a phone?
You
Like,
should. You should.
Like, I just don't understand that. But that's not the only bit of phone news we really have, though, is it?
No, because it looks like all of us might end up spending more money on our phones anyway here in the next few years because that little 4 and your 4GE on your bar, on your phone, it might be about to become a 5. That's right. Most of the phone providers are getting ready to roll out 5G connections, which would allow it to be about 100 times faster than a 4G connection, speeds that can reach up to 10 gigabit on your phone. Also, the 5G network helps expand the bandwidth because we have so many internet-connected devices now, and a lot of them are mobily internet-connected devices. 5G expands the bandwidth and allows that much more signals to come through to the towers and whatnot. It will take the companies a while to go ahead and put the infrastructure in for 5G, so it won't be rolling out anytime soon. It'll be rolling out in a slow phase kind of structure. But we will all probably be seeing a slight price increase while they get that structure set up. However, the ends justify the means in this case because of what we'll be getting out of having 5G networks available for us. Faster download speeds, more stable streaming on the go, and a 10 gigabit speed on your phone. I'm not getting a 10 gigabit connection on this computer right now. I'm not. I'm going to be able to get it on my phone, though. We're going to start doing the talk show with the phones, guys. That's how it's going to work.
Here's something I would like to be a conspiracy bro about. Why can't we just do this shit and just, why can't the internet just be as fast as it possibly can fucking be no matter which provider you have?
Because rich people are assholes.
Like, I'm so tired of that shit. Like, it's one of the reasons I'm waiting for the limited plans of data to die out finally. Because it is going to die out finally at some point.
It's going to have to. I mean, we're on a 1 terabyte plan right now for our household data, and
Yeah.
luckily, when we moved up to a terabyte, it even with as much as we stream, we still come pretty damn close to capping out.
Yeah, like I had a nice little reminder by Xfinity last night when I was on the internet that we were at 90%, and I was like,
Good thing the month's over.
yeah. I was like, thanks. But honestly, like, I've reached the point with these, like, fucking mobile plans and these internet plans that I'm just done. Like, don't fucking lie to me and tell me that you guys can't provide that kind of fucking service to everybody. You cannot provide fucking at least gig internet to everybody for a price. Like, I'm not telling you to just give it the fuck away, but just stop with the bullshit. Stop inflating your prices virtually. Like, give everybody the same fucking internet, the same, like, unlimited fucking 1 gigabyte speed, or hell, 10 gigabyte speed at this point, and just let everybody fucking have it for the whatever price you think is, fair.
If you treat your customers right, you'll get more of them.
Right, and or if you're Comcast, if you treat your customers like shit, they don't have a fucking choice.
Yeah. We've had recent experience with that here, so.
Yeah. I want this signal to go out everywhere. I want everyone to have internet. Is that too much to fucking ask? Am I too much of a fucking communist for that shit?
Apparently it is too much to ask, and it shouldn't be.
That shit pisses me off.
Oh, I know. I don't blame you.
Well, do we have anything else we would really want to talk about?
You had something about Skate 4 in here that pretty much is going to wrap us up here tonight.
All right, well, we can talk about Skate for a little bit. So, everyone who is a fan of the Skate series, which I hope that a lot of you guys are, especially if you consider yourselves Tony Hawk fans and stuff like that. Skate's a really fun skating sim, I guess would be the nice way to call it, even though it's not really. Dab on those haters. The last one we had was Skate 3. And the fans have been begging for Skate 4. And EA, being EA, has not released it, nor probably will they release it, because Skate 3 didn't sell all the copies. So why the fuck should we release another game in that series? So what did fans do? Fans made their own fucking version of Skate 4 online. And now the fans of Skate 3 can play Skate 4. Because fans decided to make their own fucking game.
All right, Almedo Barrett, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
That's the shit that I love. That's the shit that I love about people on the internet. We're like, oh, you're not going to make our game? Okay. We're going to make that shit for you. And we're going to make it free. And everybody that loves this game is going to play it. And we're going to show you, factually, that you could have made money doing it. But now we're not going to let you in on it. So fuck you.
Yep.
That's the internet combining
at its finest.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, usually I hate some fucking when people release games, and like I usually hate on people when they release really shitty games. But I love the fact that they're releasing a game purely in spite of EA. That makes me very, very happy. And the fact that it's a good game too, at least from what the reviews I've seen of it. 100% behind it. I hope you guys fucking enjoy it. Those of you Skate fans, if you have Skate 3, I think it's based off those models, so I think it's just a free mod for you. Go check that out. It's 100%. It is totally worth it if you're a Skate fan, and you don't have to give EA any of your fucking money because they don't fucking deserve it.
And that's worth every dime you have right there anyway, if you're not giving your dimes to EA. It's
right.
Worth it. It's worth it all right there for that peace of mind that EA doesn't get one other fucking cent off of you.
Because some of us have bought Andromeda and we're not too happy about it.
Nope. The next thing that I'm giving EA a chance on is going to be Anthem. That's the next thing that they get a chance on, and they're still not getting a pre-order out of me.
Yeah, I'm not pre-ordering the next Dragon Age game, but I'm definitely going to give it a try, or at least look at it before I buy it. Because, I'll be honest with you, Inquisition burned me, and I didn't like it. So, no, you're cool, man. You're cool. We're wrapping it up as it is.
Yeah, we are wrapping it up right about now. That's about all we have for tonight. Not as much news as we were hoping for, but that's okay. By the time we come back in 2 short weeks, there will be plenty of news. Of course, next week will be D&D over on John the Joker 13's channel, featuring myself as well as a cast of players from inside the Anarchy Arena.
And Nutsack.
And Nutsack. Because the name of the show, well, it's got 2 names. It's either going to be Surprise Attack or The Adventures of Nutsack and Friends. And if you want to find out why it's called The Adventures of Nutsack and Friends, I guess you should watch the show.
Yeah, and for those of you that have watched the show, I'm gonna be doing a couple of changes on my hotkeys so we don't have the same fucking problem we have every damn week when we do this. I apologize about how fucking janky it looks. I will fix that soon. Because I hate it as much as everyone else.
Well, there you go.
But yes, next week is going to be D&D on my channel, John Joker 13. So if you're interested in that, make sure to give me a follow.
Also, make sure to send him cough medicine. That's all he wants his donations in now is cough medicine.
Right, that second friend.
If you watch the show, Armorous, you'll understand why.
It's interesting. It should be in my past broadcast. You should be able to watch it through that. Also, are we doing FaceTime? You want to do FaceTime?
Yep, we're doing FaceTime. Go ahead, bud.
All right. I would like to say that, yeah, I know this week I've been kind of fucking lazy with streaming. I apologize. I'm going to try to get back into it. With my job at the moment, I'm going to have to become a late night streamer. So, probably between the hours of 11 and 1 are when I'm going to be streaming. But next week is going to be, tomorrow I'm going to get off at 11. And I'm going to probably try to do my placement matches in Overwatch. Monday is Labor Day, and I actually have that day off. I'm going to try to do a long stream that day. Might do multiple games, but make sure to come hang out with us if you enjoy this talk show. I promise I talk just as much when it's just me. They gave me a fucking vaccinations with a phonograph needle. But I will be playing like Overwatch, PUBG, shit like that. Just make sure. Easiest way to know what I'm going to be playing is to follow me on Twitter, JohnJoker13. And also, underneath the channel right here is a Discord. And if you want to join that Discord, it's the easiest way to know when anyone's streaming in the Anarchy Arena, including me, the Metal Barrett, occasionally the Extreme Master. Anybody that's part of our family that is a streamer will be part of that Discord. And we will be hanging out there to tell you guys when we're streaming. So, very easy to get in touch with us, very easy to know when we're playing. But on that note, I'd like to kick it to, and I haven't done this in a while, so Chris, I hope you're ready. I want to kick it to the Bobby Eaton to my Stan Kerr, the Metal Barrett.
Well, that was an off the wall reference. That ain't something we heard in a while. Misty221, nice of you to punch the hype button right as we're getting ready to do FaceTime and close out the show. You late, girl. You late.
Fucking hell, everybody comes in the last fucking hour. Alright, fuck it, we're gonna play Uno for the last hour. Let's go,
right,
Chris.
let's go play Uno. Now, obviously, tomorrow, Sunday, is my off day. I will not be streaming tomorrow, Monday. Not sure if we're going to be doing a Music Monday or not this week. I will be playing something. It's just a question not whether we're going to be doing Music Monday. Tuesday, we're going back to the Ark Survival Evolved Redo, Episode 8. Wednesday, PUBG practice, as it has been Thursday Night Rise with John the Joker 13. Friday night, PUBG betting. Also, the donation goal that I've been running all for this past week is going to stay active until it gets hit. So when that gets hit, all this whole beard will come off. And then if it gets surpassed, I will dye a goatee, random ass colors. If it gets surpassed by a crazy amount, Armorous, I will do an Uno stream just for you. Okay, maybe not, but still.
Speaking of Uno stream, sorry to derail a little bit, but I saw something I thought was hilarious today.
Oh?
Is what if there was an anime based off Uno?
Oh, God.
It was like, you fell into my trap. I'm going to play a draw 2. Oh, no, a draw 2? What's that? Well, he's playing a card that's going to force his opponents, and it was like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Shit. Made me happy.
God. No, I saw... Okay, so, and speaking of which, I saw What If SpongeBob Were Anime the other day, the trailer.
Oh,
it was fucking hilarious. Oh my God, I died.
Oh, the fucking weeaboo in me loved that shit. But on that note, guys, we're going to head out for the night. I've been John the Joker 13. He has been Brad Pitt.
Oh, well, thank you. Damn, I feel happy now.
I mean, he's been the Metal Barrett.
And we are going to sign off this bitch right now, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you on our respective streams in the coming week. Everyone have a fan-fucking-tastic night.
And as always, may my Harlequins of hype stay fucking hype. We will see you guys when we next stream. Make sure to check us out on Discord and Twitter. But on that note, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.